What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are on the test server here, and we get a sneak peek at the upcoming Bastion layout here with the Halloween theme, of course. Plarium always does a great job with the visuals, so looks very good. We got Madame Cirrus here making her potions at the market, and we got pumpkins everywhere and all that stuff. But this video, we're going to be checking out some of the new champions that will be coming in the same patch as the Fusion. So let's jump right into it without going into the Fusion itself. All right, so let's see what we got here. The first champion up here is Gaspard the Accused, Undead Horde. He is a Void Affinity champion. Gaspard the Accused. It looks like kind of an executioner style. Got a broken blade here. I don't know, he looks pretty mean. His defense base, almost 1600 base defense. That's pretty wild. Almost one of the best in the defense categories, especially for non-mythical champions. Really, really nice base stats here. Let's check out his kit here. His A1 AoE has a 75% chance when fully booked of placing a big decrease attack and a weaken as well. 75% chance on an AoE to land both of these abilities. I mean, like, this is an A1, guys. This is an A1. Yes, it's not 100%, but it's an A1. And that's freaking wild because some champions have this kind of ability on a 3-turn cooldown. Yeah, that's nuts. Gaspard here that does it on the A1, which is just insane. His A2 is an AoE on a 3-turn cooldown when fully booked. 100% chance of placing Provoke. He is Void Affinity, so there's no affinity issues there, so that's really, really nice. And then he also places increased defense and a shield on everybody, and it's proportionate to his defense. Again, that is, very, very insane on a 3-turn cooldown as well. He's got Provoke, increased defense, and a shield. Provoke in this game is not super relevant. I mean, only for Hydra. So it looks like this guy is going to be a Hydra kind of champion, perhaps, right? Perhaps. But he looks like he's going to be a damage dealer too. He does have the big crit damage stat here, so maybe a damage dealer. And then his A3, 3-turn cooldown when fully booked. Attacks one enemy, will ignore life barrier, poison cloud, shield, and block damage. Definitely, Hydra focused stuff here. As well as 25% of the target's defense. That's great. Good to see the ignore defense there. If the target is killed by the skill, revives a dead ally with 50% HP, 50% turn meter. Now, if you kill a Hydra, as far as I know, you don't get any of the benefits, so it's not Hydra stuff. This is like for an arena ability. This revive will ignore block revives. That's really nice. And then it places block revive debuff on the targets killed by the skill on a 3-turn cooldown here. So I mean, it really depends on how hard he hits. He got 1600 base defense. That's a lot. So, he could technically hit super hard. He does require accuracy to land all these debuffs, like even the provoke and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, 25% ignore defense is solid. Let's check out his passive here. Whenever this champion kills an enemy or decapitates a Hydra, okay, so now the passive makes up for it. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 25% and heals them by 25% of their max HP. So that's really good. So if he kills a Hydra head, he's going to get a big turn meter boost and a big heal on everybody. Yeah, that's great. That's a great passive. His second passive here. Whenever an enemy is revived, instantly activates you stand accused, which is this one, is A3. So he instantly activates his single target hit against that enemy. Oh, so if they revive, you instantly come in with the A3. It's a big smack, single target smack, and you have the potential to basically block revive them if you kill them. Okay, if multiple enemies are revived, the initial target of the revive will be targeted by so a little bit of play around here from your opponent. Will not put the you stand accused skill on cooldown. Okay, good. Has a 50% chance of activating the you stand accused skill on an enemy whenever an ally is killed. Okay, that is cool. So when an ally is killed, it has a 50% chance of happening. And there's no cooldown on this stuff, so it's really nice. Instantly activates you stand accused skill against a Hydra head whenever an ally is consumed by a head. Wow, so you get a little bit of protection here. So as quickly as your guy gets consumed, he's gonna attack with this big A3 slam here. If there are multiple champions on a team, only one will activate. Okay, so that cuts out any of those shenanigans there. Actually, this is a really powerful ability. This passive, without a cooldown, gives you a lot of extra value here. against Hydras, against revive teams, and basically long drawn out games. But I don't really see it. I mean, 25% ignore defense with ignore block damage here is nice. Usually, obviously, life barrier, poison cloud, shield. I guess shield you see in arena, but poison cloud and life barrier you don't see in arena. Um, ignore 25% defense. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good, but it's probably not going to be insane. And the rest of his kit doesn't seem like this ability is not insane. It's great, but it's not insane for arena. And this ability is insane, but maybe not insane for arena. Like, for example, we have the Queen of Hearts with an A1 AoE decreased defense, and you don't even require books to bring down the bring up the debuff chance. And that ability is absolutely nuts, but it's not nuts in arena. So similar to this, it won't be nuts in arena, but of course it's nuts in PvE content. So this guy's probably going to be pretty insane for like Hydra content, maybe, but his kit can probably be pretty good, double dutying, right? 33% defense in all battles, very solid void legendary there, at least in my opinion. Next up we have Venalicia Thrallmother from Night Revenants. Venalicia. She is looking extra pokey here, very pokey in all areas. Oh my goodness. I'm not a big fan of this aesthetic. It looks kind of weird, kind of plainish. But yeah, they definitely put the spikes in interesting spots. But there she is, Venalicia. All right, she's support base. She got nice base HP, good base speed, 108 base speed here, 1200 defense. Very solid stats overall. A1, triple hit, 50% chance, books up to 75% chance of placing 25% weaken on 2-turn cooldown. I mean, you got 75% chance 3 times. The odds of this failing is very low. We can do the math here real quick. So I just did the math here. On a triple hit on 75% chance, the chance of failing is about 1.5%. So you're almost guaranteed to land the weaken. Obviously resistance and stuff like that, but you still need accuracy for this. But yeah, really, really good A1 triple hit as well. Her A2 attacks all enemies, 3-turn cooldown. Before attacking, it's a strip. That's great. It has a 100% chance when fully booked of placing block buffs, and a decreased defense on all enemies. Now, this is really good. I mean, this is, like I said, the baseline is like Ugo, right? The baseline is Ugo, 3-turn cooldown, AoE decreased defense with block buffs. Now, Venalicia here is adding a strip as well on a 3-turn cooldown. So it's, obviously a big improvement over the baseline like Ugo. We've been seeing like, Ugo getting power crept a little bit, right? We've been seeing a lot of these AoE decreased defense with the block buffs. We just recently saw it with the past Granite Fusion, right? We just saw it there. Now we're going to see it here as well. Venalicia. Yeah, I mean, it's a great ability. It's probably the best in terms of AoE decreased defense. Granite was doing plus accuracy. So he was doing plus accuracy instead of the strip. Sometimes I think the strip was probably better. But plus accuracy is still very good as well. She also brings a 4-turn cooldown team-wide revive, which is pretty much standard stuff. 50% HP, 50% turn meter if all other allies are dead. So if she's the last person left, revives them with 75% HP, 75% turn meter, and decreases cooldown of all revived allies skilled by 1. If that happens, that's awesome. But even if that doesn't happen, it has a secondary condition here. Also increases the cooldown of all enemy skills by 2 turns. So it's a lockout ability with a team revive on a 4-turn cooldown. So usually on a 4-turn cooldown, you get team revive, half life, half turn meter, and then you probably get like a buff or a heal, something like that. So in this case, Venalicia is giving you a kind of a lockout skill. I'd be curious if you can use this ability without having to revive anybody. That would be cool. So you can use it as a lockout, or you can use it as a revive plus lockout. That would be really, really cool. But this ability is insane. This ability is awesome. It gives your team the time to recover. It's not as crazy as like Lady Noelle's. Like Lady Noelle actually has probably one of the craziest revives because it's a revive with an AoE freeze. So it basically gives your revived champions a chance to take a turn, right? So in this case, Venalicia here, she actually, gives you know, your revived champions a chance to kind of do something with the 2-turn lockout here. So really cool ability. I like it. Really strong. Her passive here fills the champion's turn meter by 20% when an ally dies. That's nice. That's like, what a passive would do. Or a mastery, sorry, what a mastery would do. Heals the champion by 20% of their max HP whenever they are attacked by an enemy under Pain Link. The heal. Pain Link you don't see very often. And okay, she places Pain Link. Places Pain Link for 2 turns on enemies who deal damage equal to 25% or more of an ally's max HP with a single skill. So this is not just on her. This is on anybody. So anybody that hits for over 25% of a teammate will get Pain Link on. If multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate. And then she will get healed whenever she gets attacked. That's interesting. It's kind of hard to figure out how much value this is, but this is not bad. I mean, it's it's a passive ability. It just kind of happens. This turn meter feels really nice, but it's not going to occur too often whenever an ally dies. But the heal and the pain link stuff is kind of interesting. I mean, it could be a sheep issue, right? But I don't know. It's interesting. She could play. She can definitely play Hydra, A1, weaken, AoE, decreased defense, block buffs with the strip. The AoE revive's not as good against Hydra because the skill lockout doesn't work. I don't know how good this would be. Pain Link's probably not super relevant against Hydra, but it looks like she's kind of an arena champion. But honestly, she's not going to be super great for arena, I think. But she's not bad. She's definitely a great dungeon crawler. Definitely going to be good against bosses, Hydra, and stuff like that. Great general support, to be honest. This is an awesome revive. Force Affinity as well, so really, really nice here. Yeah, nice addition to the game, I guess. And another Knight Rev Force Affinity support champion. They kind of have a bit, right? They have Venalicia, the Mother Side Bell. They got who else? They got I was thinking about that demon spawn Force Affinity. Oh, Priva. This was what I was thinking about, Priva. Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot. It seems like a lot, but she seems like a solid, support champion, right? And our last champion that's going to get introduced is from the Sylvan Watchers, and it's going to be an epic. And this is probably going to be the epic that is required to fuse into the fusion, Maria. And it's called the Thorn Golem. It's a Void Affinity epic. That sucks. That means we got to pull, Void Shards to get a chance at getting lucky for the epic, which kind of sucks. But so here it is, Thorn Golem. It looks pretty cool aesthetic, I guess. He got swords chained to his arms. Let's check him out here. He's defense based, epic, Void Affinity, and he's got an A1 double hit. Got a 50% chance of landing leech. So that double hit combination is 75% chance to land leech. Pretty good. A1 leech is fine for like clan boss and stuff like that. Is A2, 3-turn cooldown when fully booked, 100% chance of landing Fear for 1 turn. Second hit lands 100% decrease accuracy. So Fear and decrease accuracy, I mean, it's good against like waves because first of all, the waves get feared. Second of all, the decreased accuracy means your team will be more likely to resist whatever debuffs they send back. He's probably going to be really good for like faction wars with this. Yeah, I mean, really good. And he's got an A3 here. 3-turn cooldown when fully booked. Increase defense on your whole team. And places counterattack and increase resistance on himself. Interesting. He lands 3 debuffs and 3 buffs himself. That's actually quite a bit. I mean, he's an epic, but he does quite a bit in terms of landing debuffs and buffs for your whole team. Passive. Before this champion uses a skill to deal damage, he has 2 skills that deal damage. Heals this champion. The value of the heal is proportionate to this champion's defense. So he just has a baked-in healing. From his 2 attacks. 2 out of 3 of his attacks. So that's pretty solid and resistance in all battles. I mean, yeah, he's fine. He's Void Affinity. He's landing a bunch of debuffs. So no chance to weak hit. So that's really good. He's only landing one team buff, increased defense. Counterattack and increased resistance is on himself only. So this ability is not as good, but it's still pretty solid. And honestly, this guy is going to be decent for like clan boss. A1 leech, increased defense for your whole team. So if you're progressing through the game, this guy's going to be pretty good. And you know what? As somebody that, if you're struggling to do fusions and all that, getting one of these guys is probably going to help you out quite a bit. Especially if you're still progressing through the game. Like I said, A1 Leech is very good for clan boss. Decreased accuracy could help you against clan boss as well. And then increased defense for your whole team is very, very solid. And then, of course, a little bit of healing for him. Very good as well. Anyways, guys, so that's going to be it here. We just got 3 new champions. And, of course, we have the Fusion. I'm not going to bother going over her kit because we've been talking about her kit for quite a bit. So yeah, we're just going over these 3 champions here: Gaspard the Accused, Venalicia, and Thorn Golem. Honestly, they all look pretty solid. They all look pretty solid in their own way. Not overpowered or anything, but definitely very, very good. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about these new additions to the game. Thanks so much for watching until the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one.